Choosing where to sell your products is one of the foundation stones of your print-on-demand seller journey. Let me help you with that. Hey, it's Nora from Printful. Both e-commerce platforms and online marketplaces have their pros and cons. But if you want to go from beginner seller to advanced entrepreneur, you have to know how to make the best of both to sell your products. In this video, we will go through the pros and cons of both e-commerce platforms and marketplaces and show you how to use multi-channel selling to your advantage. Check out the link in the description to see our e-commerce platform and online marketplace comparison page. There, you can take a short 1-minute quiz to find out which platform is best suited for you. And while you're down in the description section, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and tap on the little bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. That way, you'll never miss out on useful tips on how to run a successful e-commerce store. Using an e-commerce platform means that your store is built on a standalone website. This has a number of benefits. First, having your own website means you can personalize your store as you see fit. Store design is almost entirely up to you and your preferences, and you can choose which features to add to your store. You basically start from zero and build your way up. This is why e-commerce platforms are ideal for sellers who are looking to grow their own brand. With a standalone website, you can have a strong brand presence if you choose to build it. From store design to transactional emails, you control how your customers see you. Next, an e-commerce platform is a goldmine for collecting customer information. While marketplaces often keep a lot of details to themselves, with an e-commerce platform, you can use Google Analytics to find out exactly who your customers are within the realms of data privacy, of course. You can also set up features like Facebook pixels to run retargeting campaigns for your Facebook ads, as well as set up email sign-up boxes, pop-ups, and more. And while it never is completely free to launch your online store from scratch, with e-commerce platforms, you can use a lot of free tools and features to use, keeping transactions and order fees off your mind. However, one of the main drawbacks to the standalone website is that traffic to your store comes only from your marketing activities and search engines. This means if you stop your marketing efforts, you might not get very much traffic to your site. Low traffic can also point to high competition. When you compete in search engines as a standalone website, you have to fight the whole internet to get attention from your customers, not just a select marketplace with a finite number of items. Both of these cons mean that starting up and getting your customer base is more of a challenge than it is with a marketplace. And finally, payment processing. While most platforms offer apps or add-ons for this, it is something you need to set up yourself, and that may come with some extra costs. When using an online marketplace, your store is an account on the marketplace's website. The main advantage of this setup, and the reason why many people choose marketplaces over e-commerce platforms, is that each marketplace comes with its own search engine that offers additional sources of traffic. Marketplaces also come with their own trends you can follow and lean on. Specific products or designs might be more on trend with a specific culture accumulated there. If you have a product, message, or a brand that goes well with a certain marketplace, take advantage of that and make your presence known. With marketplaces, you also don't have to worry about a lot of the technical stuff. Once your store is set up and products are added, purchase information is handled by the marketplace, including payment processing, for a fee, of course. However, marketplaces also have some disadvantages when compared to e-commerce platforms. The main one is that each marketplace has its own rules you have to comply with. Sometimes that means you can't brand your store the way you like, or you might not be able to sell the products you want. It can also be a bigger hassle adding products because they have to meet a lot of criteria that don't apply to products on e-commerce platforms. Then there's the cost. Many marketplaces will require you to pay fees. These can range from monthly subscriptions to a percentage of each sale. As I mentioned before, it's never completely free to launch your online store from scratch, but e-commerce platforms generally allow for a higher profit margin than marketplaces do when you add up the fees and expenses you have to deal with. And finally, you just have a lot less control over your brand and customers. There are limited options for personalization determined by the marketplace, and communication about purchases is generally taken care of by the marketplace. Now that we've gone over the pros and cons of both e-commerce platforms and marketplaces, let me tell you a secret. There's no clear winner. Both options have their advantages and disadvantages, and the best way to choose between them is to not choose at all. That's where multi-channel selling comes in. Multi-channel selling is the strategy of listing your products on more than one platform to reach a larger audience. The more space you carve out for your products online, the more potential sales you're going to get. Plus, the sooner you do it, the more potential revenue you get for the future. Here are the main advantages of multi-channel selling. First, it increases your customer reach. You can have a beautifully designed website and offer top-notch quality products, but if nobody stumbles upon your store, you'll have a hard time getting more sales. However, if you sell your products on your website and also list them on several marketplaces, your brand and product reach can increase significantly. And you can always send your repeat customers from your marketplace to your website, where you have more control over your brand and communication. Second, it means you have a backup plan if anything goes wrong. No one wants to think about the worst case scenario, but some things are out of your control. If something happens on your website or your marketplace account, it's good to have an alternative channel to direct your loyal customers to. Third, you can offer your customers a convenient shopping experience. People are creatures of habit. If they're used to shopping on Amazon, then placing an order on your website might seem like too much work. By being where your customers are, you're making their shopping experience easy and more pleasant. Fourth, it can help you understand your audience better. Selling on multiple channels gives you a chance to gather more information about your customers and their shopping habits. You can later use this knowledge when creating your marketing or sales campaigns, or when deciding which sales channels would be your best bet. And lastly, you can multiply your sales during peak spending days. These peak days fall throughout the year: Black Friday, Boxing Day, back to school, and more. Multi-channel selling in this sense is like hitting a double word score in Scrabble. Add more channels to multiply your sales. Of course, more channels means a lot more stuff to deal with. From setting up, dealing with inventory, keeping track, and managing taxes on multiple platforms, it does require more work and attention from you. However, there are more bonuses than drawbacks with these business models, and if you're a Printful customer, another big reason to sell across different channels is that Printful makes the process streamlined. Managing several stores connected to Printful is made easy by our product template feature. Product template is a reusable template for a product, a Printful product plus a print file combination that exists independently from any of your stores and is saved only on Printful. That means you don't have to worry about creating new products for each store. You can start creating a product with a product template, add the remaining info, and push it to any store with ease. You can also manage all of your orders from several stores in one place in your Orders tab, and take advantage of our discounts with all of your sales combined. These discounts are applied to your whole Printful account, not just to individual stores you have, making it more likely that you'll hit that monthly sales mark and get a discount. You can learn more about Printful discounts by clicking on the link I left in the description below. The thing is, multi-channel selling is the future of e-commerce. Join several marketplaces or start selling on your social media accounts by adding buy buttons to your profiles and posts. And don't forget the opportunities brick and mortar can bring. Think of ways to take your brand offline, like opening up a pop-up shop or attending a craft fair. So pick your sales channels wisely and be sure you can handle the increase in sales. Do you have any multi-channel selling tips? Which e-commerce platform or marketplace do you think is best? Let us know in the comments below. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to subscribe to never miss out on our latest content, and check out other videos on our channel to help your store become more successful.